Hi everyone, I'm Brandon. Welcome to my channel. This is my first ever YouTube video on this channel and I'm excited to see where it goes. I recently got back into reading probably about October, September of 2019, and I've been wanting to talk about my love for books and just join a community that's super friendly and welcoming. This is my first video. I thought I'd do the newbie booktuber tag so you get to know me a bit and kind of get to know what I want to bring to this channel and what I'm excited for. First question is, why did I start this channel? The reason I started the channel was because I wanted to be a part of a community that loves books and wants to talk about books and just can give each other recommendations and whatnot. No one in my life really reads other than my sister, but her and I have very different reading tastes, so it's hard to talk about books that we both enjoy because if she enjoys one book, I probably won't enjoy it and vice versa. So this way I can talk to people who have similar interests as me. Next question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BooktTube? I feel like I read a good amount of books that are popular. I haven't seen them mentioned that much on BooktTube, so the reason I wanted to make a channel was to kind of talk about those books and bring awareness to them because I think they're great and get more people to hopefully read them. And I also have a few video ideas that I think would be interesting, such as pairing movie scores with books to read, because I really enjoy listening to movie scores while I'm reading books, so having a pairing might help other people who enjoy listening to music as well. Next question is, what are you most excited about for this channel? I'm mostly excited about talking to other people who are really interested in reading and want to talk about books that they love. I currently have a bookstagram, which is an Instagram for books, and I really love that community. I love meeting new people and talking to people on that platform, but I kind of wanted a platform where I could kind of vocalize my opinions in a different way and talk about books. So the next question is, why do you love reading? And there's a few different reasons why I love reading, but mostly it's because the escapism. Reality is very hard and difficult to, live in, I guess. And I like that with books you can kind of escape from reality and live a completely different life with these characters that you're reading about. And I love just following them on the journeys that they're on and just seeing how everything unravels, because it gets me out of the real world for a little bit, even if it's just an hour a day. Next is, what book or series got you into reading? And I used to read a lot as a kid, but I kind of stopped in middle school and high school, and I didn't really pick it back up until last year. And the book that really got me back into reading was Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I just fell in love with that book, and I just thought the concepts and ideas were so fun, and it brought me back into my love for reading, and so it kind of rolled, what's the term? Yeah.
Avalanche.
It led me to keep reading. I still have yet to finish that series, but I plan on it, especially since the TV show is going to come out soon. I want to reread the first two books, which I've already read, but I want to finish Ruin and Rising, and then I haven't read anything else in the Grishaverse, so I would like to get to that too. But that series was just really good for me when I read it, so I'm excited to finish it and see how the story progresses. Next question is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? For me, this one's a little challenging because there's so many questions I would ask them, and a lot of it's more towards like, what are your favorite books and everything like that. But I kind of wanted to take this question in a different direction, and the question I would ask them is, how do they come up with new and creative ideas for videos? Because I know that's really challenging to come up with videos that haven't already been done in the past, and know how they do it, so then it could maybe help me in the future create new and unique videos that I've never done before. Next question is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? For me, it's mostly my anxiety about being in front of a camera. I never really liked being in front of a camera growing up, but I've always wanted to start a booktube channel or a YouTube channel in general and talk to people. Also, a fear of talking to people, I need to overcome that as well because I'm such an introvert. So I think that's going to be my biggest challenge when making a video, and maybe staying consistent, but mostly just talking to people and feeling comfortable being in front of a camera. Next is, when did you start reading? And as I had mentioned before, I started reading again probably in like September of 2019. I read a lot as a child, but then I started but got more back into reading in September of 2019. And even before that, probably like January of 2019 is when I started reading a bit more, but I wasn't reading that much. But in September, I decided to start my Bookstagram, and that really got me to read more and look more into books and everything like that. The next question is, where do you read? I typically enjoy reading in my bed because I like that I can lay down or sit or stand. I guess I could stand on my bed and read, who knows? But I like the ability to lay down and sit while reading, so I typically like reading in my bed. Sometimes I sit in the chair in my room and read, but that's not an overly comfortable chair because it's my parents', so usually I read in my bed. Okay, so the last question is, what books do you like to read? I love fantasy, typically YA fantasy. I've just started getting more into adult fantasy and kind of exploring that genre. I've only read like 1 or 2 books in that genre, but I definitely want to read more in that. And I recently have started getting into mystery, YA or adult. I really like that as well. But overall, I'm trying to expand my reading a lot. That's one of the main reasons why I started this channel too, is to expand my reading. So right now it's mostly just YA fantasy, but hopefully it can expand to adult fantasy, mystery, maybe thriller, some contemporaries. We'll see where it goes. That's it for the newbie booktuber tag. I really hope you enjoyed this video and my responses to the questions. I'm excited to meet new people through this platform and talk about books, and hopefully I can stay consistent. And I'm just really excited, so I hope you guys are too. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and please comment anything. I'd love to get to know people. So thank you again, and I hope you guys have a great day.